Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to script high-performing video ads. A person used this strategy to generate over $2 million in sales for our clients. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Ayo Ogunshela. I run Blackstar Marketing, and we're a growth partner agency that helps e-commerce brands and personal brands scale using paid advertising, website building, copywriting, email marketing, text message marketing, videos. We do a lot basically. So what I'm going to do is play one of the best performing ads for one of our clients that we scripted out, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what we did to make it a high performing ad, and to the point where it's now got over 1 million views and it's generated over $350,000 in sales for the business, right? So I'm going to play the video first, and then after we're going to go break the video down and show you and split it apart into different elements and share with you how you can apply it to make video ads for your business as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the ad itself. You can see it's got 1.3 million views now, 242 comments. So let's play the video.
You can naturally clear hyperpigmentation and dark spot in 7 days if you use this. Spa is owner of the founder of Jolie Skincare. As a biochemistry scientist and a licensed esthetician, I've used my experience to develop products that naturally brighten skin, clear hyperpigmentation, dark spot, and stretch marks. Let me tell you a little story. When I was pregnant with my daughter, my skin was really bad. I had hyperpigmentation, inflammation around my neck, today.
Okay, so that's the video, and let's go into breaking this down, right? So
Naturally clear.
we're gonna come back to this, but yeah, let's go back into teaching here. So I'm gonna be providing you guys with a source. So within video structure, basically three principles, right? Three pillars, right? And it's your hook, your story, and then your offer and call to action. We do a lot of testing and on the hook, because that's what captures attention, right? If no one watches the first few seconds of the video, they're not gonna watch the rest of the video. So the hook is the most important part, right? So you have the hook, which is to capture attention, your story, which is to increase desire, right? Increase how much they're interested in this thing. And once you've got their attention and you've got their interest and the desire, now you want to drive that attention to where you want them to go to convert. So if your e-commerce store is mostly going to be your website or the product page, where they can actually go and buy the product that you're referring to inside the video, right? So that's how it is. It goes, you want to capture attention first, increase their desire, their interest, and then drive. And while you have that attention for the short period of time, you want to direct it to where they can go convert and actually generate revenue for you, right? So with the hook, we typically test about 10 to 20 different hooks, right? 10 to 20 different hooks. 10 to 30 different hooks, right? Most brands don't do this, right? Most brands don't do this. So if you like typically, so this is probably like the 20th iteration of this ad. We even had an original founder story first, but I went and redid the script and did and got her to record it again, and then we did a testing, and it was a 10th iteration on the second version of the founder story that did this well. So we had our same principle and tested it over 20 different times before we even got to a winner, right? How many brands do that? Most brands and most advertisers don't do that much detail, because this is the thing. if an ad's getting you conversions, but it's not at a point where it's profitable, but it's still getting some conversions, then it shows promise. That means you can edit and change a few videos to get it to be a performing ad, right? So at least if an ad shows promise, there's actually a lot of work that you can do to improve that ad. One of the biggest things is the hooks. Changing the hook was the thing that made this into a winning ad, right? Because we had other variations with different hooks, and this one's the one that seriously outperformed all the others. I was getting purchases at a very profitable price for the business. So I'm going to the hooks. For this particular one, I actually wrote down 7 hooks. We've already done a lot of testing and to see what headlines, what things work on Facebook. We've already been testing this out, so I kind of had a already good understanding, and I already had a lot of data from reviews, from what results that we've been getting from ads to see, you know, what type of messaging really converts people. So I wrote seven different hooks here. And you can see with the hooks, what you want to do is there to capture attention, right? So in my experience in marketing, targeting pain is a lot more profitable than giving them just a promise, right? So you want to call, there's several ways that you can call out and capture people's attention, and you can do it with the scenery as well, right? So in terms of the verbal, I'm targeting the problems and the pain points that people are dealing with, right? So if you struggle with uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, right? Those are the words that, you know, capture people's attention, because if you're struggling with that issue, then that's going to capture your attention, right? If you have acne, I said, people with acne, you have their attention, you know what I'm saying? If you're black and I say black people, you got black people's attention by literally just calling out by calling out a label that relates to the target audience. So calling out their problems, you can be calling out their gender, like any label which people identify themselves under, right? So in terms of this, we're going for the skin problems that people have, because they have that skin problem, that's what they'll label themselves as. So skin tone, so it's the uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation, dark spots. If it's acne, if it's stretch marks, it's stretch marks, right? People calling out that label, anyone who identifies with that problem and has that problem, you're going to capture their attention, right? So target the problem, and then we give a promise at the same time, right? So if you have this problem, we can help you solve it. And I put in a short time delay as well, and you can see I put 7 days in almost every single one of these headlines. 7 to 14 days, 7 days, 7 days, right? Because we want people to do it, because we're giving a promise and we're showing them, telling them that they can get the results quickly, which is even more desirable, right? So came up with these 7 different hooks, because initially the first founder story is just her would just be saying, hi, it's Muna, this is my brand, or this is how I got started with a brand, but like no one actually cares until you've given them a reason to care. We've given them a reason to care by saying that they can solve a problem that's painful for them in a very short amount of time. So now we've got their attention, now they're listening, right? So 7 different hooks. On top of the hooks, you want a combination of audio, visual, and text. So the audio is what is being said. The text, it will be like the headline on the creative. So if you have a that's my nephew over there. If you have creative, like the headline that's actually put on the creative, that is the text, right? So that's another one. That's another thing that you can test. And then visual hooks as well. Visual hooks can be anything that's happening in the video, or like the scenery. And what we did for this one was, in terms of like the visual hooks, right? It wasn't so much something happened in the background, but we used in the background. We used a close up of her face, right? We used you can see the very close up to her face, like to you, and that in itself captures attention, because it feels like this person is speaking directly to you, on your eye line, and you can see it like face to face, right? So a really close up shot of the person speaking, that in itself can be a visual hook, right? You can have short edits, like 3 cuts to do 3 different scenes in the video within the first 3 seconds. That can be a visual hook. So it can be some kind of edit in the background, that can be a visual hook. And in terms of the text, we use these captions, and it has the different colors with like what's highlighted and what's not, right?
Naturally clear.
So when you have a combination of audio hook, visual, and a text hook, that makes a very powerful hook, because you're doing more within the people's attention. not just what you say, but what's in the but what's visually being shown and the text as well are all things to capture people's attention and get them to watch the rest of the video, right? So we did that with the audio with like the actual copy with like what was being said here. In terms of the visual hook, we use a close-up of the person's face, right? Of the client's face. That's one. And then in terms of like the text, we didn't necessarily use a headline, but we used these animated captions.
Can naturally clear hyper.
Which you can see it's different sizes, different colors with this one once it's highlighted. And that's what we did for the text hook, and you can see that. So that also captures attention. So that's how we use the combination of all three to make a really powerful hook in the beginning, right? Cool. And you can see with the 7 different headlines here, I got her to record it, and we made 7 different ads. So originally the ad actually started from here. You can see these were actually recorded at different times because she's wearing something completely different to what happens at the start of the video here. She's wearing like a white overall here, right? So they were actually recorded at 2 different times. So we got the different hooks. So I got to record 7 different hooks here at the beginning. Right? And this was eventually the winner. So that hook. So because we tested the different hooks, like when you're testing stuff, you want to test things one at a time so that you know exactly what is driving the. So when we did this video, when we did any of a test, we only test one control. So you want to think about it scientifically, right? When you're doing a scientific test, you have the control, what remains the same, and then the variable is what changes, right? So you only want to have one variable so you know exactly what is driving the results. The only variable within the 7 videos within that version of the test was the different hooks, right? So if one is seriously outperforming the other, we know exactly what is actually driving the results and which hook is the one that's actually driving the results, and this one was it. You can actually clear dark spots and hyperpigmentation in 7 days if you use this, right? We're targeting problems, we're giving them the benefit, and we're giving a short time delay to increase desire, all at the same time. Cool. Okay. So now we're going to the story. So in the story, you want to be using problem solutions. So you want to tap into the problems like, okay, so what was the situation before? And this is how you can relate to the audience, because this is where your audience is typically at. I'm talking in the context of a video ad and you're trying to sell things to people. So if they're already struggling with the problem, you want to start off with the problem, right? Because this is where your customers or where your audience you're trying to sell to is currently at. Right, and then you want to transition it to after where they've got the result, which is the same result that your audience wants to get, right? You want to embed proof and authority. So proof like before and afters, authority, like you want to show things inside. You want to show things inside the ad that's actually going to drive, increase your authority and increase the proof that, and give some validity that what you share actually works, right? And then you want to also have engaging editing as well. Okay, so let's play the video. Yeah.
It's Mona. I'm the founder of Joey's Skincare.
So that's an example of embedding authority, because she says she's a licensed esthetician and a biochemistry scientist, right? So positioned herself as an authority because she's an expert in terms of skincare, right?
Use my experience to develop products that naturally brighten skin, clear hyperpigmentation, dark spot, and shred marks. Let me tell you.
Right, I should use experience, and then.
When I was pregnant with my daughter, my skin was really bad. I had hyperpigmentation, acne, discoloration around my neck, stretch marks on my stomach. So I got twisted. So my grandmother, who makes skincare products for the village, we developed products to clear my skin in 1 week.
So. And then she goes into let me tell you let me tell you a story, right?
Around my skin. When I was pregnant, let me tell you a little story. When I was pregnant with my daughter, my skin was really bad. Hyperpigmentation,
Boom. So now she's like, we're going into the problem, which is where her audience is currently at. They're probably struggling with hyperpigmentation. They start struggling with dark spots. They're struggling with all these, right? And then she's relating to them, showing that she's actually been through the exact same thing. This is another thing that increases proof as well, and increases proof because it shows that you've gone through the same thing that they have, right? And then you've seen the results. So this is the problem slash the before.
Acne, discoloration around my neck.
Cleared my skin in 1 week, and then we have the after, right? The story is she called up her grandma in Africa who was a skincare expert, and then it helped her develop products to clear her skin in 1 week, and we show the proof of that as well. So let's see.
Stretch marks on my stomach.
And then we see where you were showing the results with the clear skin with the video, and then the pictures as well. So adding proof because we're showing the results. We're showing the results that the people want, like the people struggling with these problems want, right? Okay, and that's the after. And you notice within the video, one, two, one, two, one, two. Every like 2 seconds, it's a different scene, and it's constantly changing, and it's constantly changing. Yeah, and you can see it's changing with different shots, different B-rolls, etc., going all throughout the video, because that keeps people's attention, because things you have to pay attention to what's going on because things are changing so fast. Every like 2-3 seconds, you want to be changing. Either it's not necessarily have to change to a whole different scene, but you either have a cut where it's more of a close-up, you go back out, maybe use different B-rolls, etc. You want to make it. This is how you make the video engaging, because it's entertaining at the same time, right?
And if you're not amazed by the results, then the empty packaging back. 10% of your first order. So click the link below to clear your skin today.
Alright, and then at the end we have the offer slash call to action. And the offer, we made a really irresistible offer, because the offer, you can try it out risk free, because you can use everything. And if you're not amazed by the results, all you have to do is send the empty packaging back. Literally, even if you've used it all you have to do is send the empty packaging back, and we'll give you a full and complete refund. So in terms of the risk, because people, it's not the first skincare product people have tried, right? People have probably tried your competitors before, didn't get results, so people are skeptical. So you want to reduce their risk. You want to reduce their risk, because you're taking on that risk yourself, and that's an irresistible offer, because it's just like, well, at least you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So if it doesn't work, I get my money back, still in the same position. But if it does work, I get clear skin. That's a very irresistible offer. And then you have the call to action, where it's like you can even get and on top of that, that offer where you can get your money back even if you've used all of the products and you're not happy with it. They even give a 15% off as well at the same time, right? So we're giving an extra incentive to actually take action right now. And then at the end, it says, so
the link below to clear your skin today.
So click the link below to clear your skin today. So it's click the link below to get the benefit that they want, to get the benefit that they're looking for. Click the link below to click in today, and then we're directing them. You can see how we're directing them to click the button so that they can go over to the website where they can actually convert into being a customer. And that website, and that link goes directly to the product page. Directly to the product page that actually sells them on the product, and then that's why they can convert, buy, and get their order, right? So that's an example of how to script high performing video ads. There are other ways to do it, but basically what you want to remember to test the different hooks, make different hooks that you can test, and you want to, the great thing about like videos like this, because it's storytelling, it connotes. It's not like you're telling people directly. If you tell someone directly something, they have a resistance to it, right? Because they'll be like, prove it. If I tell you this thing is true, do you want me to, and you don't necessarily believe it, you want me to prove it. But if it's embedded in the story, it's easily accepted because it's in a story, right? You know what I'm saying? So when you embed things into a story, people accept it a lot more because it's stories of like we believe the story is real, and it's not necessarily a direct way of saying something, but we're showing things in the video that lets people conclude themselves that that this is true, right? And when people reach the conclusion on their own, you convince them of it and to let them think like it's their idea. You know what I'm saying? So that's why storytelling videos a lot harder to make, but when you do it right, this can be one of the longest running ads in an ad account because it can sell so many different people because it's almost like goes past their conscious mind into a subconscious mind because it's imbued in a very engaging story. So embedding your proof, your before and afters and stuff, and putting those things that's going to help people, that's going to lead people to the conclusion that you're an expert and this product is the thing that's going to work for me. In the video, by the end of the video they've concluded that on their own that okay, this is the right option for me, which is exactly what you want, right? And yeah, so embedding things in a storytelling videos like that is one of the best ones you can make, especially founder story videos. If you've actually dealt with the same problems that your products now help solve, it's one of the best things you can do, because once you do it right and if it's done in the right way, it can generate serious amount of money for your business, and it can last a very long time. We've had that ad running for like 11 months now, right? Almost a year of one ad. Yeah, that concludes the video on how to script high performing video ads. By now you should know how to structure your video and how to use these different elements to create a very engaging video. So take this information, apply it, and yeah, let me know how it goes. So thank you for watching all the way to the end, and take care. Have a great day.